and we are in round 20 for Brazil in the Pro Europeans League. I'm joined by Zach, as always.
Hello mate, how are you today?
I'm Grandinho, mate. How are you?
Just the same.
Well, you're here for once, which is a good start.
Yeah, I'm actually... Mate, honestly.
You're
Mate,
never
I'm
here
10
at the start of
minutes
the
late.
races. I know, it's great. Are you
To be
feeling? Are
fair,
you feeling okay? Are you ill?
know what mate, I have got a bit of a temperature, so...
Ah, seems legit.
But yeah, to be fair, from the start of the season up till Japan, I was quite reliable, and
No,
then just
you were,
after
to be
that, I
fair.
just went...
I joined and you were like, don't want to be with him. I'm just gonna run away as much as I can.
Just try and do it discreetly.
Yeah, I don't like Wedge, but I don't want him to feel upset, so I'm gonna run away from him.
Just let him down easy. Yeah, don't want to feel upset. I'll
Don't want to
just
be
tell him I'll pop to the
mean.
shops quickly.
Yeah, my dad said that.
Should be
Haven't
5
seen him
minutes.
since. Oh,
But on that note,
oh, jeez. Yeah, we're gonna pretend that didn't happen.
are we meant to be professional or anything?
I think Jamie tried to be professional when he was commentating, and I think I've sort of come in and just sort of given up with that. I sort of, being professional is hard, man.
Especially
You gotta behave.
Oh yeah, Jamie's watching our stream. GG.
GG.
Oh,
I could put my own one in the chat now. Oh, this is great. Lovely,
you
lovely.
can what?
Put my own stream in the chat. I used to rely on Flanksy. And yeah, no, there we go.
No, they will see my stream first.
Well, they can do that if they like, but there's my one there as an option if they need.
If they want to.
Yes,
That's my favorite stream as well.
if they would
I
like
have
to.
3 tabs. Over YouTube it. Why did I go through the effort of typing in your room in YouTube when it literally came up on my recommended? Like, right.
See, the issue is my one. If you type in Cameron Simpson, nothing comes up. So you got to type in Cameron Simpson F1. It's just effort. Yeah.
Literally, there's like loads of different plumbing. It's just like rare.
Pick this. Can one person have one name and like no one else have it? It's like copyright names.
Like or dislike?
What, my video? Oh, dislike, please.
Dilemma. I'm joking.
For every dislike I get, it's a view. Haha.
Look at it the bright side, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. Don't look on the negative side. Oh, we've got Evo actually in the Red Bull. But I don't see any nuts. That is depressing.
Oh, it's a shame. Vortex hasn't shown up for the last couple of races either. But 2 new drivers in the McLaren, so...
I've got Flanksy and Mr. Debro in Mr. Toro Rosso.
Mr. Toro Rosso.
Yes, well I am Mr. Toro Rosso technically, because I still, despite the fact I didn't race, I still own the team technically. So, I am Mr. Toro Rosso. And like always, Flanksy inside me, what? So, you know.
Can't wait till I buy a team, then I'll be like microwave whatever team we've got.
Microwave. Brilliant.
That's my gender on Google.
Mine on Facebook is still Parrot, I believe. Let me have a look. With the pronoun of Squawk. Just because I was like, why not? I don't actually know what to change it to. Let me have a look. See more about myself. Oh, that's dangerous. Yep, still parrot. With the pronoun of squawk. Yep. Lovely. This is why my parents disowned me. Anyone?
5 minutes till start time.
Does it we're missing anyone as well, which is quite nice. Well, obviously we're missing Williams drivers, but that's just normal.
That's just Williams win.
That's just Williams.
They couldn't afford the plane.
They couldn't afford. You couldn't afford. You know, the car. You know, they're so bad at spending money. They can't even afford a car now.
They sold it as a safety car.
Yeah.
Just say, oh, here's the safety car for you, mate.
It's a safety car. It goes so slow that luckily it works as a safety car. Its top speed is under safety car speed.
Yeah.
This time next week, the race, well, this season will be over. We've done Abu Dhabi.
Wednesday.
Yo, yes, but I'm just, I can't be able to count how many days that is. So I'm just doing it this time next week. It'll all be over, and we'll know who's won. I mean, realistically, it'll just be Sandman or Hayes. We've sort of established that. You know, Granty Boy, well, it's not mathematically possible for him to win. So, if Sandman, you know, gets 2 non-points, and Hayes gets 2 wins, or something possible like that.
I mean, let's just hope they can see each other today. That would help.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, Sandman was seen last race by Hayes. That's always a good start.
It's a good start.
As much as I see, part of me wants Sandman to wrap it up tonight, just because it'd be nice to see. But then also, I sort of want him to crash out, because I sort of want Hayes and Sandman to have like a battle in Abu Dhabi for like a final showdown. Who wins? Yeah. Just let me so peak.
Let me check what the gap is on season 2.
22.
The gap is 22 points.
That took you far too long.
I had to open a new tab, click onto the website, then click onto the thing.
Right.
Do you just have the blooming championship standing?
Just look at the online championship and it tells you how many points they're both on.
But right, usually that's like wrong because of like position changes or whatever, but I just wanted to check on the official website. But yeah,
the official website?
Points.
What website is that, Zach?
So if Hayes wins and Sandman gets no points,
don't plug the website then.
It'll come down to Abu Dhabi.
Yes, which is it'd be nice to see. You know, because otherwise the last race is a bit dead. This is like we know who's won. Sandman can literally crash out at turn 1. It doesn't matter.
I mean, that probably would be Jamie, but I mean.
To be fair, he's still in P5, which for not being here for ages, well, not racing for ages, he's done quite well for himself.
I don't know how many points I have to be fair.
I know exactly how many points I have. I can tell you it's a bit too many. Oh, people are running up. I think we're getting underway now. Lovlington, Jovlington. No, we're not staging. No, right. Okay, I'm sorry. We're not staging the race.
You could do. I mean,
No, we
F1
are a
isn't
non-corrupt
WWE, so
system.
it's like-
We do not get paid to stage races here.
I mean, you're a politician, mate. You'd take money for anything. I'm joking.
No. Whoa, 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 whoa. Don't you tarnish us all with the same brush, my friend. True, a lot of us do. However, there are a couple of reasonable ones of us left.
Excluding you.
No, including me. Actually, me reasonable, I'm not too sure, but we're going with it.
Just like down with democracy.
No, right, let's behave ourselves here.
Just be like, I make the decisions. No one else has a say.
No, that's just... No, I'm not a dictator.
Could be if you wanted to.
I just threatened everyone else to agree with me. It's still democracy, just didn't have a choice. Oh, it's raining. Oh, raining and in Brazil. That is my worst nightmare.
Yes, boys. The second wet session of the season.
This
Finally.
could be fun.
This could spice the midfield thing up, but
Wasn't the first one Belgium as well? Which
yeah,
was
first
like,
one was Belgium.
was a nightmare
Renner got
track as
people.
well. Yeah. Oh, this
So
would be
if you now
interesting.
join us, it is qualifying for Pro Europeans here at Brazil. Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez. No, that's Mexico. This is
You racist person.
this is the Brazil. I don't know what is it called. I don't know, but there's a Red Bull coming out.
And I assume it's probably...
Evo.
Oh, it's Evo. I was going to say it's Jamie,
It's-
but... And the McLaren's
it's-
coming out as well, I think.
So we'll go on board with Evo.
I'll go on board with Mortal. Oh, both
yeah.
McLaren are out already.
So this will spice things up because no one has to worry about going on a slower tyre for the race. It's literally an even playing field, intermediates. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens, how it happens. So if you now join us, it's short qualifying. But
Oh, Jamie's
this
out
is
as
going to
well.
spice things up. This is really going to spice things up. We've got a good midfield, and we've got quite a few people who are good in the wet. So Sandman put it on pole the last time it was wet. Will he be able to uphold that today?
It means that these slower cars are going to have a better chance to go around, so whether you're in a McLaren or a Ferrari, it doesn't greatly matter.
Right. Let's just ignore that.
No one heard that. What do you mean?
He was talking to my little brother. Promise. But yeah,
sure?
even now coming into his lap, it's a good exit off the final corner. This will set him up nicely going into turn one. It's a little bit too early. Has to lower his gears a bit over Siri as well. So that's not the best start to the run.
Ooh,
But I mean, he hasn't spun, so that's the main thing.
Mortal looking good. Coming through the sector 1 into the RS zone.
But yeah, Evo doing well so far, keeping it clean. Hasn't done too bad of a job, but again, there's always room to improve, I guess. We've got quite a few people, Beastie on the lap as well. We'll just stay on board with Evo.
A lot of people are on laps right now.
Evo running a little bit wide coming into the
Oh,
snail turn.
and that's lasted long. And Game Gang.
That
I don't know what's happened there.
Evo are really twitchy in sector 2 coming on to sector 3.
Oh, okay. Game Gang
And
spun off,
half the break.
and I don't know what's happened to Hayes. I can't see.
But half the braking board's going into the last corner's gone, so well, penultimate corner.
Ah, I wonder what happened there then.
That's fantastic. But what sort of time? It's a 1:19.295, so basically 1:19.3. Mortal is next across the line. Let's see what he can do. It's a
120.8. Oh, Chain Game has gone higher.
120.6. And then Jamie, 117.3, knocks it out of the park.
Lovely, Jamie. That's what we'd like to see. Can he redeem himself from the disaster he had at Mexico?
Mm.
Oh. Not many people
Hopefully
left in the
it's not
pits.
wet for the race, 'cause
Oh, let's wait
it's
for the
quite a
race. That'd be
busy
brilliant.
track.
That'd be
Fantastic.
it'd be
Well, we sat
fantastic.
here for a while, but
We sat for ages, but worth it.
Craig goes 5th fastest, and we're now starting his lap to see what sort of thing he can do. Set the bar, or set up P2,
I watched
or
Sandman,
crash out. Ooh,
Ooh.
really twitching exit turn 2 there.
and Sandman goes fastest for
Sandman.
116.6. Lovely jubbly. Oh, Jesse's got a 5-place grid penalty for collision with Mortal. That's
Really?
not gone well for him.
He wants to put it on pole if he wants to get anywhere in the race, but unfortunate, especially with Force India and Haas rivalry in the Constructors' Championship.
Yes. And Flaxy also has a fight.
and-
Beastie Boys retired. Once again, not sure what for.
Please be a wet race.
Fire
Please
Shot
be.
Ryan is off the track. So I know it's really evil to want a wet race because you just want the drivers to crash out, but it's kind of funny. Come on.
Craig goes running the wides, pulls off Scat like Evo.
And Ryan has just gone a bit too quickly there.
Go.
I know this is out lap, but oh, and he's on the grass. That's gone well.
Come on, guys! Not all of you have to be Jamie, but
Oh my god! Ryan
fastest.
has absolutely whacked it into the pit exit. That was 10 out of 10.
100 IQ.
Half the grid is dead. Oh, and that's Fanksy out.
And there goes Fanksy.
Oh, this is gonna be too good. Oh.
And here we were saying that this would mix things up. It definitely has.
Well, by mix, you mean the cars aren't actually being able to drive.
It's not that wet.
It's just a bit moist, that's all.
Moist.
Yes, use a, you know, it's lightly wet, therefore moist.
Drizzle.
Well, yeah, if it drizzles, I don't know. It's
There was
soggy.
literally 1, 2,
Is that better?
7 cars out in quali.
That is absolutely fantastic.
That's got to be a record.
Surely, that is beautiful. Oh, what a start to the race.
It's not beautiful. It's disgusting, but it's fun.
Oh, come on.
It's beautiful in an evil, despicable.
Yeah, it's beautiful in a sadistic way.
Wow.
That's 5 cars that have gone out without actually setting a time. That's not ideal.
And Craig goes 6th fastest with a 120.79. That man goes quickest again with a 116.2, and Broom goes 2nd.
And JJ not
Not for that
advertised. Oh, and he's here wall going round to the penultimate corner. That's not
I tried to
ideal.
slap myself as in like face palm. I slapped myself a bit too hard.
Well, that was just a bit silly. Oh, here we have it. Grantly Boy is coming out. Let's stay on board with him and give him a little watch. Let's see if he can
Cheers,
last a bit longer than
Bassam,
Hayes
for being
managed.
so gentlemanly. Oh, when he crashes into the pit exit.
Oh, this race
that
is too
now
funny.
It's
Grantly Boy.
Jamie just behind him.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch Grantly Boy. Let's see if he lasts a bit longer than Hayes did.
Spins into the next one.
Doesn't make it out the pits.
Oh, Room's on the grass.
Oh, lovely Jeffley.
Oh,
Oh, Granny did not do very well going around that corner. We joked about
Wait, it's
it.
not
We
Japan,
didn't
you
actually
don't
think it
need
would
to
happen.
Tokyo drift it.
That was awful.
Oh.
No, get out of the party. Out of the party. That joke was awful. We're not having that.
Ooh, I am having it, and you're gonna live with it.
I am
Oh my
not
god.
having it.
Usually we're professional in qualifying, but this has just been an amazing turn of events.
I know we should be behaving ourselves and going, that's really unlucky. But it's just funny.
Yeah, really unfortunate, guys. My sympathy goes out to all of you guys who couldn't set a time.
You know, I love you all, unlucky by you all, and you know, we're definitely,
Yeah.
you know, we're not happy about the fact you slid out when it's definitely not entertaining. it's just funny.
Let's just go on board with Granny.
Yeah, that's what I'm currently doing.
Right. Breaks a bit early for Tom 1, obviously seeing the mass amount of blooming massacre this track has dealt so far. Oh, bit twitchy, oh! Blooming drifting it round turn 2. DRS is still activated though, so it's not wet.
It's not wet, it's
That wet, so-
intermediate.
Yeah,
Look at this.
exactly. Ooh, drifting
Tired
it round there as
referees.
well. Running a bit wide, twitchy, a lot of oversteer. Again, running deep. Oh, bit twitchy, still having to correct himself over and over and over again.
His back
You
end
can
is
tell
not having
who
a good
put some-
time.
Nah, you can tell who put the hours into wet practice this week.
Not from P9 downwards. Oh, Hayes will not be happy starting in P15. Oof.
I mean, at least one of the hash drivers, like.
Oh,
put in a
Jesse be
good,
behind
decent
them.
Time. Yeah, Jesse didn't set a time.
But he also got a
Yeah,
5
Bradley-
place grid penalty, so he should start behind Hayes.
But Grant is going to come into P4.
P4.
For the 118.1. I apologise. Even now out on a lap time. Again, still a bit twitchy. The curbs are going to be very slippery, especially the dented ones on the exit of turn 2. They're going to be filled with water. So that's not an ideal place to be. Jamie is now P2. It's 116.2.
It's a good drive by him.
Yeah.
Oh my
Oh my god.
Granny
Oh my
pointed
god.
it.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I can't be
I saw
bothered.
that. I saw that from
I was
Ego's
on
car.
board with him at the time. Oh, I just... I'm sorry, I know we shouldn't be laughing at you lot, but it's just funny.
I'm so sorry, Grant. I really hope your time doesn't get beaten by Evo. But
I
yeah,
know.
I mean,
I mean, you know, we can't actually, you know, do any better. I mean, I can't anyway in the wet, so I'm not going to pretend that. And Jamie's lost it. Jamie's now facing the wrong direction, which is never a good thing. And let's Evo get past.
surprisingly, he didn't crash when he spun, but
Well,
you
luckily he span
he
where there
got-
was no
he
walls.
got lucky. Oh, and that massive blooming back end as well. But yeah, we saw on Grant's lap that his back end didn't really like the exit of that corner there, and he was having to correct it quite a bit. It just
He never
that lap just
corrected it.
got the better of him. Oh, Sandman back on an out lap. He really doesn't need to.
And watch chain game. See what you can do in the McLaren.
And he spins into the barrier.
Well, I mean, not yet.
It's just
He's
the
taking
ticking
it slowly,
time on
to be
this
fair
track.
to him.
Slow and steady wins the race, or at least gets you through qualifying.
It's his Sandman, like, hits a wall, you know, that, you know, that's how you know it's bad.
Yeah. Hayes is going to be starting from P. Two people
15.
have grid penalties, so he'll be starting from P14.
Oh, he's
So-
lucky there.
Lucky and unlucky situation, yes, to quote Charles Leclerc.
Yes.
Oh, he's backing off. What is he doing? What?
He went slower. Maybe he's trying to set himself up for this lap, I'm not too sure.
But surely you go quick from the exit to set yourself up. I don't know.
Well, you think so, wouldn't you?
Yes.
But I'm sure he knows what he's doing in his head.
Oh, change lost it nearly. Ooh, good correcting right there to be fair, so good on him.
Oh, Mr. Debro's coming out. Let's go watch him in the Toro Rosso.
He crashes on pit entry.
So that was me, my friend. Good old Singapore. I didn't like that track.
Nah, I can tell, mate.
I hit the pit wall about 7 times that race.
Vroom's now back on the outlap. Now the population has started to die down, we're not seeing as many blooming massacres from this track, but
Told you overpopulation was the issue. And now that condoms have been, I can't say that. I can't say that.
oh, Mortal just retired on track. He didn't crash out.
He just sort of gave up. It's better to give up than crash out. Alright, fair enough,
Well,
that's
it's
decent logic.
Evo trying to warm his tyres up, and then as it swerves from left to right, he spins into a barrier. I mean, that'd be fantastic, but it's
I feel like it's
Does
going to be a very
Sandman keep on
interesting
his lap
race to
time?
watch.
coming round. I think he does. No. Oh, yes, he does.
And Debro, what can he do? Obviously he's on the outlap right now, but can he do well going into the second one?
Oh, and he Tokyo drifts through turn 1. Oh, and chain game wild.
It's just a case of, you know, everyone's retired at this point.
Just get through quali and you'll be alright. I've got to screenshot this.
This is this. Oh, it's just a wonderful moment.
Lots of debris on the track.
You can tell how much everyone loves Brazil, especially in the wet.
Oh, Mr. Debro getting a bit slidey. Jamie back on an outlap now.
He is, but that is the Toro Rosso understeer he's got there. Sandman's letting pass.
Oh,
Love to see.
Oh no, I saw someone on the grass. It must have been Sandman.
Yeah, he was letting Debro past. Debro, reasonable times coming to sector 2. I feel like someone's just done something.
No, he doesn't.
I don't know.
He doesn't improve.
No. Debro goes into the pits. Probably safest place for him. It's probably safest place for a lot of the cars actually at the moment. Not in a harsh way, just, you know, the track's a bit moist at the moment.
Just a tad.
Just a wee bit.
Could you imagine if it was heavy rain?
I would be wetting myself laughing.
Only 6 cars have made it through qualifying.
Well, at the moment.
And, yeah, at the moment.
As the moment goes on.
Oh, and...
And Evo, you know, Evo's, I think he's retiring now, he's gone off the track. Oh, he's just letting the car pass, fair enough. Is he? Oh, he's retiring. Cool. Let's go on with Vroom. See what he's doing.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cars haven't set a lap time.
Only 5 cars have not retired so far. I know obviously a couple of them were just a case of we don't want to race anymore, so retired, but...
Yeah. Still. Room still can't get into the 116s and topple Jamie just yet. There are 2 cars out on track. And Sandman goes quickest.
Sandman goes quickest.
1:59.
Well, we say goes quickest. Remains quickest.
Yeah. Well, he does go quicker.
Yeah, he beat his previous time.
He improved.
But it's only him and his Ferrari teammate. Well, and Morris, but they're the only ones on a fast lap.
Oh, Sandman retired. Please tell me he crashed out. I'm joking. Yeah, Sandman retires. Obviously, either ran out of sets of intermediates to use or just gave up.
He might have just sat there and gone, you know, no one's going to beat that time. I'm just going to have a little rest. Should be fair enough.
Krieger and Mr. Debro won't set another time. Jamie and Vroom, however, will. Unless one of them goes into the pits. Nope, they both stay out, set another lap time.
And Vroom goes 0.001 second slower. That's just not fair. Not very nice. Let's go with Jamie. I'm sure. Oh, and Jamie spun it into the wall.
Into the wall.
Into the wall.
Well,
oh, lucky Jamie.
Works.
Vroom retired. I think Jamie, and then you're not going to beat that time after that. You might as well just join him.
So it's a Ferrari. Uno dos.
Ferrari 1-2. 1-2.
With a Mercedes, Force India, Renault, Sauber, Haas, McLaren, Red Bull. Retirement.
With most of the grid retirement, I think's probably more accurate.
Let's just screenshot this world record for most people retiring in quality.
Yeah, he's And the amount of people that it wasn't even intentional as well. Like some people, like they just gave up. They're like, yeah, I'm not gonna beat that. But then, and Jamie spun it.
Spins.
Yeah,
Brilliant.
just retire. You're not gonna beat your time now. Save us these
Then he goes-
agonising like 20 seconds.
How about that? Oh, yeah.
He's surely going into the pits. There's no point even crossing the line.
There's no
Yep, told you. Oh my god.
No way.
I can't be bothered.
Did he just crash?
Yeah, going into the pits. Oh, this
after
race is going to be
eventful
fantastic.
qualifying, here is your starting order. Here is your starting order.
When it loads, here is your starting order.
Here is your starting order. Sandman on P1 with Room on P2. Jamie starting in P3. Granny on P4. Good qualifying from him. Bearing in mind he hasn't had the best run in recent times. Evo P5. Chain Game Wild P6. Mr. Zero P7. Craigo P8. Mortal Darkness P9. Beastie P10. Flashlight Ryan 11th. And the people who didn't set a time were Ryan, Bass and Flankseed Game Gang, JJ Hayes. But with 2 people, 3 people, I don't know, with grid penalties.
Numbers. Let's have a look. Race director. Okay, just don't let me see the incidents then.
Just don't.
See, I really want it to be raining, but I'll watch it be dry. Like.
Dry means I can get a cup of tea quicker, but wet means I get to have my fair share of challenges. Boo. Actually, it's overcast. It might rain later on.
Oh, I beg it, please.
Zeus.
That was such a lovely qualifying session to watch. I know that's very sadistic, but it was just something else.
Yeah, it was fantastic. I mean, we were meant to act professional. As the cars are now lining up on the grid.
Let's be realistic, that neither me or you act professional. Both of us are unprofessional, let's be realistic.
I was with Jamie, and then you came in, and it was just like...
Yeah, because I'm not about the professional life.
You're a politician, so...
I'm here to have a laugh, and that's it.
Yeah, this is your 5 seconds of freedom.
Yay! Thanks, Obama.
So we line up on the grid and we go to the lights with 3 lights, 4 lights, and now 5 lights.
Oh,
And we've got
the amount of jump starts. Oh,
Jamie
beautiful.
Granny gets an amazing start already up into P1. Sandman has to slot into P2, and Vroom
I think he jump started though, I'll be honest. I think Granny got a bit of a jump.
Holds on, and there's a big crash. Someone's off. There's a Toro Rosso off. Mr. D Rose off. He's mounted Beastie, and that promotes Flankskin to P14. He's already inside the points. Good from him. Jamie has to. Oh, he dropped down to P6.
Hayes has done very well. He's up in P8 right now. It's a good climb from the
Craigo and
start.
Game Gang on his tail though. Flankskin makes a move on Mortal Darkness, and Basson and JJ going side by side. JJ goes around the outside, struggling to hold on. Basson may go down the inside again. We'll have a look to see what people have fitted on. We have Flankskin on the super soft, obviously going for a 2-stop. Vroom and Granty on the supers as well, obviously going for a 2-stop.
Fire shot Ryan was off there and looking a bit dodgy.
Luckily managed to get on without hurting anyone else. Hayes up
Well,
into
Hayes did hit
P7
him.
now on the back. Now on the back of Jamie Morris, but Chain Game Wow trying to find a way around Evo. Looking to the outside, may dart down the inside. Evo's going to go defensive. Chain looks to the outside, side by side. Vroom. Oh yeah, Granty did jump start then. He has to pit within 3 laps. Driving penalty within 3 laps. So Vroom is in a net P1 with Evo and Chain Game going side by side. Evo has to cut the corner, takes a tight line, and that allows Chain Game to go down the inside into what is turn 3, I believe, and it's a clean move. And Jamie Morris is in the pits. He must have had to make a.
I think he jump started as well.
Damage or something. Let's have a look, shall we?
I don't know. He might have
Jamie
done.
Morris, yeah, jump start. Granty jump start and Evo jump start. So it must have been a blooming chin reaction just to flinch. But Sandman really close to Vroom. Flash at Ryan on the back of his teammate. It was on the back of Craigo. This was the fight in last race, I believe. Battle
Yes.
for 7th, I think. So it's really tight between these two. Hayes on the back of Evo as well. Evo hasn't had the best of starts. To
Granty
say
Boy
the
is
least.
well ahead of Vroom Vroom, who's in P2.
Ooh, Craigo. Cutting the corner bit. Evo speeding in the pit lane. So I don't know
This
why
is
everyone
just going really
making
well, isn't it?
Bastion in the pit lane. So this was just fantastic, this. But JJ struggling to, like, recover from when his teammate overtook him. Beastie now back inside the points. Force India both inside the points now. Game Gang on the back of Craigo with Fashot Ryan on the back of Game Gang. So this is battle for 6th right now. Sandman and Vroom trying to hold on. I believe if Sandman wins this race without Hayes getting any points, he does win the championship. The lowest Hayes can get to hang on. If Sandman wins, Hayes needs to get, I think, 2nd to just hang on. But Farshot Ryan moves up into P7. Don't know if that was team orders or not, but Farshot
Might
Ryan
be.
now closing down onto Craigo. We'll see a couple of people who jump started now coming into the pits. So, yeah, Granty now coming into the pits. He had to come in his pits, otherwise he'd have got disqualified. So that promotes Vroom and Sandman back into P1 and P2. And Hayes is going to go for a move into Chain Gang from miles back. But it was clear he was going to make it. That Mercedes engine versus the Renault-powered McLaren. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I
Right makes
don't
a
review.
move on Craigo into turn 1. But Craigo manages to hold on from Game Gang. But I believe with DRS, Slipstream, and what should be overtake.
Oh, Flanksy has spun Mr. D, bro, and is now there, all side by side, coming out the exit of the pits. That was dirty by
Right.
Flanksy there. Let's have Morris to get into
Evo goes down the
P12.
inside. And this is obviously going to be Jamie round the outside of Flanksky, there's no doubt about it. Or down the inside, whichever works for you, Jamie. But, yeah, he runs wide, and yeah, that's just
Ooh.
double Renault overtake. Flanksky rejoins the track really
Granty
unsafe.
boy, great
Smashes the
overtake on
sideboard.
Game Gang there. And now
was
looking
it?
to, yeah, it was.
Whatever
Or
you
was
say.
it? Nah. Nah, it was awful. He rammed into him.
Craigo swerving all over the track, forces Granny to the inside, but that's the opening line. So this should be easy by Granny. Mercedes versus Ferrari with DRS and hot lap engaged. It's easy. He's got the position. He's up into P3.
3. He's done very well to start.
3.
Oh,
But Vroom has to make an early pit stop. Whereas Sandman and Hayes
Beastie
can go
boy
to lap
catching on Game Gang.
15.
Goes
Down the inside.
around him
Should be an
cleanly.
easy move. Yeah, that was.
Oh, Craigo.
Ooh,
Oh.
bit of a moment.
Oh,
and
he's taking Beastie with him.
He's in the wall.
Game Gang's been
he's in
retired
the
from the
wall.
session.
Craigo took Game Gang with him. It must have been where he reversed onto the track. Jamie having to swerve out of the way of him and Craigo as well.
And JJ Knott's been taken out of the
Craigo made
process
it.
as well. Ooh, that's
I can put the title
collateral
down. Massive
damage there.
crash.
That is awful.
But Craigo, man, you've got to rejoin the track safer. You can't just reverse onto the track when there's traffic coming. Mortal Darkness also retired, and Evo and Jamie make a double overtake on Craigo. Surprisingly, Craigo still have remnants of a front wing, but not much. Oh, Jamie's in the wall.
Oof, that's consumingly for him there. These drivers are really loving Brazil right now, aren't they?
This is fantastic.
Oh, Grantley catching up on Fireshot Ryan as well. How will this
This
go?
is fantastic.
Will Ryan let him pass,
I
or will Ryan try and defend it?
Beastie's in the pits, and it's a 5-second stop go for speeding.
I can't. The
And
amount of-
Jamie's in the pits. 5-second stop go. Oh, just about doesn't get it. Lucky bugger. But Craigo, 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Craigo,
corner cutting.
you've got to rejoin the track safer. I mean, man, come on. But this should be Granny down the inside of Fashot. Holds off just for the moment. Fashot Ryan defending his position very well, but.
Ooh.
And they've touched. No visible damage, so. Thankfully.
Mr. D brought up to P8.
But Mr.
Craig down to P9. And Sandman makes a move on Evo. Probably team orders in play there as well when he gets P1. Don't think Vroom Vroom will be too mad about that.
I believe Vroom Vroom does have to pit soon anyway, so it's the logical thing to do, I guess.
Grantly Boy is going
This is
round
gonna
the
be-
outside of Fireshot Ryan and has
Ryan is
gained
hanging on to this
P5.
position. That was a very easy move. DRS though, could he go for a move? Nah. That Mercedes engine was just too quick, unfortunately. Yeah. The Ferrari's still locking out on 2. Oh, sorry mate, I didn't understand. Oh, calm down.
Is this
I
the
swear,
comment section? Craigo is in the pits,
Misunderstanding, I guess.
which has allowed Flanksy to catch up and go into P11 with Jamie Morris in P12 catching on Flanksy.
Boost is up onto the points, same with Baton, so... I mean... 3 cars out of the race, and a couple cars ruined. But, I mean, it's racing, it happens.
Morris looks to make a move on Flanksy as he's starting to catch him up. Sauber versus Red Bull and
Whoa.
Flanksy blocks him.
Defending this position very hard, but Jamie around the outside, can he make it stick? Nope.
Flanksy's defending
defend
that
again.
Sauber
Is
with
he going to
his
go for the
life.
over and under? Nope, Flanksky packs on the apex quite nicely.
Oh,
Ooh,
Flanksy's all over the shot. But Morris, he'll be
shaky.
looking to use the DRS zone up here to try and get past.
Logical thing to do, I guess.
Well, especially in the Red Bull, considerably faster than the Sauber.
Flanksky still the... oh no. Ooh. Jamie has been saying in practice the straight line speed isn't there, and that came into practice just now. Flanksky hanging on to P11. Just about. Oh, this is...
It's the only really
It
close
was
fight on the whole
close.
grid. So, you know, it's sort of to both sit and watch the same fight here.
Jamie just trying to bait Flanksky into burning all of his ERS. Jamie has 100% battery to use, whereas Flanksky only has 50. So
He's playing
this
this very
should
well at
be
the
over
moment.
and done with soon.
It's a little game of cat and mouse at the moment.
Mm.
Flanksy swerving. Is he drunk driving again? Flanksy.
I think the gap is too big for
Oh,
Jamie to make
no.
another move.
Got
He
DRS
does get
here.
DRS, but
Will
it's
Jamie use
still
it?
not gonna be enough.
Oh, he's caught up well.
He's really close. Second DRS zone. It's
Flanksy
gotta
will be defending.
Yeah. Flanksky hanging on.
Going quite wide, but
I
he's
don't know if he
still in
gave him enough
front.
space.
I
Did
don't
give
think
him
he
enough
did,
space?
but I mean it
There was a
worked.
bit of contact and Jamie
bit of
was on the
contact.
grass, so...
I'm not sure he did give him enough space, but I mean, from a defensive point of view, he did quite well.
Give me 1 second.
That's alrighty. And Debro has gone up into P7 as Evo goes into the pits to switch to mediums. And Dressy's also come past him. Will Beastie get past him? It looks like he will. Yes, will Flanksy get past him as well as Morris. Flanksy here. Morris not choosing to use his DRS there. But how will they fear coming out of the pits? Well, as Evo comes out the pits. Evo's quite a bit ahead. So he stays just inside the points there at P10. But now Jamie though using his DRS, can he get past Flanksy? Not on this straight, but he might use to get closer and use one of the corners round here. As Flanksy goes wide there. Coming around now. Morris, can he make a move on the flankster? Nothing really else happening along the up and down. Oh hello, Grantley boy and Chain. Grantley could be looking to make a move up into P4. Chain obviously wants to hold on to that in his McLaren. See how this goes. Here obviously keeping an eye on what's going on with the Morris Flanksy fight down at the bottom as well. But we'll keep an eye on this fight at the moment. And Evo has got a 3-second time penalty for corner cutting. Come on Evo. Don't do this to yourself, man. We're saying watch the Granty Chain fight. And this is a bit higher up the grid. And has and Vroom Vroom has pitted, which then puts Granty up into P4 and Chain into P3. Still a fair bit. Oh, and Morris has overtaken Flanksy. But he had went a bit wide there. Flanksy here. They're both behind Sandman, so in between Sandman and Hayes, the pair of them. You see they're battling between themselves. And there is contact major, and wasn't the best by either driver really. Both drivers equally at fault, I would say, for that. And Hayes luckily was far enough back that he did not have to put up with that. And now Grantley doing very well not to make contact with Chain there. Coming around now to sector 2, can he make his move coming into sector 3? This is where the straight line speed of the Mercedes will dominate the straight line speed of the McLaren. Do it using some ERS in mode 4. Going round him nice and cleanly. Chain didn't put up too much of a fight. Oh, he's gone down the inside and he's got it. He is in mode 5, however he did play that very well when he stays ahead of Granty boy. Only just. Well played. Flanksy letting the 2 past, as he knows that they have got him beat. Flanksy had to pit unfortunately after the incident with Jamie Morris, but you know, alas, here we are. Can Granty make a move coming round through sector 2? It's a bit harder with the the downforce of the McLaren. It's quite good for these corners here, and obviously Granty is a very good driver and he's a very experienced driver. But we're not sure how he will fare. There are blue flags up, which I'm assuming is probably for Flanksy behind, as Vroom Vroom will want to get past. Granty boy, he's getting close, but all this is allowing Vroom Vroom to catch up, and Vroom Vroom could overtake both of them on the DRS zone here. Chain is aware that he's there, as Granty goes around the outside. And can he can make it stick this time. Vroom Vroom, however, gets the fastest lap as he comes through the 109.7. It's a good time for him in race terms on the fresh Super Softs. About now, cars like Granty boy, Chain and that, they really need to be looking at pitting, because these tyres are not going to last them very long on this sort of wear. Tyres aren't doing awful, but always Morris, who's obviously gone very wide at some point while in pursuit of Crago, and that's not gone well for him. Vroom Vroom is catching up to Granty. He's obviously got fast Chain, no bother. Fireship Ryan is behind Flanksy at the moment. I don't think Flanksy's going to let him past easily. Vroom Vroom goes down the inside of Granty. Has to go a bit deep for the recovery, and Granty boy does get past. But now, if Vroom Vroom does have DRS, but Granty boy's going to the pits, so it doesn't matter. between Chain, also in the pits. Fireship Ryan will go up into P4 in the Renault. Doesn't need to pit yet, he's on the soft tyres. Mr. Debro does also not need to pit yet on the soft tyres. But will he? Flanksy gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Not a surprise. Will Debro jump up to in front of Chain and Granty? Let's see. Coming round now through sector 1. Can he make it out past the pit exit before they do? No, he cannot. They've both made it out before he can. There's no real battle at the moment between two cars. Sort of like they're all very spread out. Can someone, you know, just do something interesting? Like, I don't really mind what it is. Just makes, you know, keep the race a bit less boring for us. No, just if someone wants to, you know, do a spinning backflip and take out half the grid, be swimming as we're currently sat here with nothing going on. I mean, yeah, Sandman's doing pretty well. He's a good driver. Hayes, yeah, also doing pretty well. Good driver. Vroom vroom, good driver. You see what I mean? There's nothing really going on, and yeah, I don't really want you to sit here listening to me monotone talking about how dead the race is. So, okay, let's go watch this then. Morris, I believe, is battling Beastie Boy here. It's someone at this end. Not Beastie Boy. Drezzy, that's who he's battling. Obviously a bit further back, but let's sit on board with Jamie till a real fight happens. Just see how he's planning to recover from P13, which is obviously not ideal for him. Evo only just sat just inside. He points in P10. That's not good for either Red Bull realistically. Renault, obviously Game Gang has crashed out, but Fireship Ryan is in P4 at the moment. Obviously he still needs to pit. However, that is still doing pretty well. Both Sandman and Hayes have gone into the pits, which allows Vroom Vroom to get past them both and go into P1. Obviously, Sandman at some point will be going past him again, because that is team orders. In fact, maybe coming out the pits itself, I think Vroom Vroom, yeah, Sandman rejoins ahead anyway, but I think Vroom Vroom will not challenge that at all, as for the sake of individual drivers championships, it's in the best interest of Sandman to win. So Hayes now coming out the pits, Granty Boy up into P3 as a result. Chain, I believe, will remain in P5 with the way Hayes comes out. Yes, he will. Granty is ahead. Will Flanksy get out of the way for Hayes? That is a good question. We'll find out. No. Oh, Drezzy and Fireship Ryan. Here we go. And finally a battle. What we like to see. Drezzy. Ryan defending very well. Drezzy, will he try and make a move now coming through sector 2? No, he backs off a little bit. Haas versus Renault is always a good fight. Relatively similar cars in terms of ability. So hopefully it's a good clean fight, which is interesting. Drezzy there, right on the inside. Coming through the last straight, will we see the DRS zone being used to Drezzy's advantage? I'm not sure. Let's wait and see. DRS kicked in. Oh, he's not. Drezzy's going to the pits. Okay. So knew that Ryan was in the fresh mediums, so I didn't want to, you know, disturb that. And Chain Game, will he get around Flanksy? No bother. Yes, he will. Lovely jubbly. Well done, Flanksy. What we like to see. Evo up into P8. Yeah, there's not really a battle again. It's sort of just gone a bit dead, which is a bit boring. So let's go sit on board with Jamie again, as he looks to catch Flanksy up. He is over 4 seconds behind him as of current. He's out under 4 seconds, so he's catching relatively quickly. Fingers crossed all goes well. Oh, not me to do that. Apologies for that, not intentional. Will Jamie Morris catch up to Flanksy? I think so. You can see Flanksy within his sights now. Surely his brain must be thinking, I'm not coming last, I'm getting ahead of Flanksy. Because, you know, the Red Bull is faster than that Sauber any day of the week, and, you know, it'll be interesting to see what sort of battle these two have, because they had one earlier, and it resulted in, you know, not the nicest of plays by either of them. But I think that, you know, both of their places now reflect that. So hopefully now when they have this battle, it'll be nice and clean. What would be nice to see, JJ Knotts is talking, however, obviously he's crashed out in P14, unlucky for him there. Let's see, Flanksy, he's probably aware that Morris is coming up very close behind him. Will he try anything to protect himself, or will he just let it happen? Will Flanksy play ultra defensive, or will he just let it happen? Let's see, as Morris goes round with the DRS, and Flanksy sort of must have known that he didn't really stand a chance there, and he's just let it happen. Whereas the two Ferraris at the moment, they are absolutely storming it up in P1 and P2 of this 36 lap race. Sandman, I believe his mediums will carry him to the end of the race. 19 laps on the mediums is not too difficult. However, Vroom Vroom will need to pit again, probably going on to more super softs. Would make sense. Probably in a couple of laps actually. But now we see Sandman has DRS. Obviously, as much as the two drivers are aware of the current situation in the Drivers' Championship, neither of them want to throw away the chance. Vroom Vroom will want to win the Brazilian Grand Prix if he can. And obviously they'll be aware of what's going on with Hayes and Granty Boy down in P3 and P4. But at the moment the Ferraris, it looks like Ferrari will win the Constructors' Cup. And if things remain the same, Sandman could be winning the Drivers' Championships tonight. It's a very long second, Zach. Whenever you want to come save me, well, save them from having to listen to my voice constantly, that'd be grandidio, mate.
That's the most spicy bit of the blooming race.
Yeah, thank
so
you. Welcome back.
Yeah, cheers.
Yeah,
Looks like it's not going to rain after all then, but... what was VSC for? Debris?
Yeah, I'm assuming so, yeah. Because there's no major accident, so I'm assuming for debris on the road. You missed the Morris Flanksy incident though, which is gutting, I know. Oh, and Vroom Vroom has gone into the pits, which means that Sandman goes into P1. Well, Granty Boy should go up into P2, and Hayes will probably end up in P3 as well. Once again, no real battles at the moment. It's really, really boring. It's doing my nut.
Ooh, well, it's actually going to be very close. It's so tense. I think Hayes might just do it. Maybe not, though. Ooh! Oh, just! Flanksy retired. What happened?
I'm a set on board with Sandman and see if we can have a look.
Rumble with Brian. You know where Granty crashed in qualifying?
Oh yeah, well, he obviously saw, you know, copy the best drivers, and you know you'll do well, and he copied him a bit too much. Vroom Vroom now looking to make a challenge on Hayes. Obviously being fully aware that if he pushes Hayes down far enough, his teammate Sandman will win the Drivers' Championship.
There's a 12-second. Ooh, and Beastie. Oh, Eva went into the pits. Damn it! I thought there was a spicy battle going on. But...
If you want a spicy battle, mate, look at the battle for P10. There, I mean, there's literally like no seconds between it.
Bastard though, close to Mr. Debro.
Yes.
and chain going wild close to Ryan as well. So it's a few bits going on.
Few bits. It's nice to see. A minute ago there was actually nothing going on. I think the close one was 2 seconds.
What was that, Flanksky? Who was at fault? What happened? Do you know?
What, between the Flanksy and Morris one?
See.
I mean, they were sort of both at fault, I'll just be honest. You know, it wasn't great driving from Morris, but as you saw from Flanksy, his defending was, you know, questionable. So it's sort of, you know, you can sort of understand why it happened. Yeah. It's no one's fault, it's just unfortunate.
Baton went to move on Mr. Debray into turn 1. And move, and Flash at Ryan in game, chain game wow. Also, 4, chain game wow up into P5.
And here we have it, Vroom Vroom coming around on Hayes. He's probably going to try to use the DRS to get past him. What can he do here? 1 lap holds, or 2 lap now, old softs against 7 lap mediums. He can't make it quite down that straight. Alright, I didn't say anything.
And, yeah, so not quite.
Echo.
Not quite.
I literally just said that. Dickhead.
Yeah, I know. I'm a parrot, mate, you know.
Ah, Squawk. Wait, no, I'm the parrot, you're the microwave.
Tries to go around the outside. Oh yeah, of course.
Silly Billy.
Vroom tries to go around the outside of Hayes, but it doesn't work. Now into the windy sector 2. There's a couple of overtaking opportunities if you have balls on the brakes.
Ooh,
but Hayes defending his
tries
position
it.
well. We did see some good defending from him in Mexico, so you know he's good. Approaching the back marker now, I believe, of Crago.
It would seem like it. And DRS from Brum Brum.
The inside there. Come back onto the racing line. Was that legal?
I mean, it was legal, but barely.
I guess you could just about qualify that as legal movements.
I'm being nice to them, just go with it. Hayes once again defending the inside. Yeah, it's Crago. He lets them both pass. Lovely.
Using the one off area to his advantage there, so...
Oh, Granted Boy's in the pit, so he's dropped down to P4, didn't we notice? So wrapped up in this battle, didn't even see. Oh, a little bit of contact.
A little bit.
Little bit.
Vroom can easily go to the end on these softs, surely.
Well, you think so, at the, you know, how many laps left? 11 laps left. Maths.
So, could do.
Quick maths.
14 lap softs. Could do. I mean, in Austria he went 30 laps on the softs, so...
Oof, that's,
He got a puncture in the end, but, I mean...
I was going to say, sort of would expect a puncture. And here goes the DRS. Will Hayes let him? No, Hayes is just defending.
At this rate, Sandman's going to win the championship. 20-second gap. He can pit if he wants to.
Vroom Vroom is getting even more close to Hayes, and if he pushes Hayes anywhere behind him, then that's
He's
Hayes.
Still defending.
His championship is done.
He is ripping. He is.
To be fair, both these drivers can go to the end on these current tyres, so it's not the case we neither need to pit either.
Towards the end, Hayes will have the pace over Vroom Vroom, but right now, Vroom is soaring past him.
Absolutely.
Ooh, bit of a twitchy moment from Vroom.
Yeah,
but what I like to call the snail curve, but it's going to cost him around a second worth of time, which he should be able to make back, I guess. But
yeah, I guess.
Schlanksky's team goals for Force India was just to get in front of the Red Bulls and score double points and make sure you score more points than the Haas, because
I mean
their rivalry in the championship, they're not going to catch Red Bull, but Haas can still catch Force India, so that was their main focus for today's race. But one of them's
not gone very well, has it?
Just we see really close to Mr. Debray though, and down the inside, Mr. Debray tries to go for the over and under, which didn't get the best exit. Oh, Evo retires from the session. I think it may have been the same place the majority of people have crashed today. I'm curious. It may have been. There's a lot of debris there.
It would make sense that it was.
I think it was.
Yeah,
There was a lot
it
of
seems
debris on the
likely.
track. Alright, Jamie into the points. Just.
Only
He's put
just.
an over though to let Bratty Boy through, so good on you,
That's
Jamie.
nice to see. Well done, Jamie. Back to Vroom Vroom v Hayes. It's still going on.
And cut back.
And it's live.
We're clinging on to DRS. I think Hayes can get P2 and still mathematically win.
Yeah,
but
but it means that Abu Dhabi has to go perfectly his way, like Sandman crash out on turn 1 and Hayes win the race. So,
Yeah.
you know, let's be realistic, it's not going to happen. Much as Hayes is a good driver and all, he'd have to crash Sandman
Fence the
out.
inside.
So,
Granny was on my stream earlier, on my crew
ooh,
stream. And he
and
was like,
Vroom they are wheel on wheel.
ooh, bit of
Hayes just
contact.
keeps ahead. Sorry, what
Hayes
was going to say?
wasting all of his ERS. Overtake, but Vroom's chilling in none. Preserving his tyres and his battery. Perhaps for later use. But this has literally granted Sandman a free pit stop, so...
Don't seem really fancy that there, to be realistic.
There's no point for fastest lap, so why would he risk it?
Yeah, exactly.
Hayes is starting to pull away from Vroom Vroom just about, so... Vroom walking the number 19, best number you can have.
I beg to differ, but okay. Number 25, mate, that's where it's at. Because 25 is the best
on
bit.
the 25th, and you've got Christmas as well.
And Christmas as well, exactly. The best time of month, every month.
Looks like this is how the race is going to finish.
Well, that's
Unless Vroom and Hayes make the last.
just depressing.
Yeah.
Can someone crash like half the grid out? I know that sounds really sadistic, but
Like,
for the
come on,
sake
Jamie,
of
take 'em
interesting
with you.
viewing. You know, Jamie, if you want to like take out Sandman and then like wipe out like everyone else in the process.
And then Hayes is like, oh my god, I have a chance.
And then just hits the wall. Not anyone's fault, just he's not paying attention and hits the wall. Oh. No, I'm
He just
joking,
looks
Hayes, love you,
behind
man.
him to look at all the carnage, and then looks back and he forgot to turn.
Did
It's
a Mexican Morris.
Yeah. Vroom out of
Avoids
DRS
the
range
debris and
now,
hits the wall.
so
Yeah, his battle's basically over.
This is over. Oh, and Hayes spins and hits the wall.
Yay! Interesting viewing.
Oh, come on! Can there just be like a sudden thunderstorm and like?
Just like something interesting.
Like, can one of the bloomin' Honda engines blow up, please? Like,
Whoa, blow up's a
Or-
bit extreme.
I mean, combust.
There we go. There we go, that's better.
There we tone it down. We don't want to be not cannibals, savages.
That was good use of the words, well done.
That's what's more. I'm just losing the love for John. It's unfortunate, Evo. Oh! Through 3-second time penalty.
Lovely, lovely, and I think that's his gifted Hayes P2. So that battle is basically over. Actually, let's go have a look at the race directive, because I'm actually not sure what.
A lot of people have stop goes.
Morris
They've
jump
probably
start,
searched it
Morris
already.
jump start, Granty Boy jump start. Evo jump start. Game Gang collision with Craigo. 5-shot Ryan collision with Hayes. Hayes collision with 5-shot Ryan. Dresy Basin collision with JJ Knotts. Mr. Debo collision with Beastie. Honestly, like lap 1 is his collisions. Like, there's no exceeding track limits. It's all collisions.
Is look, 5-shot Ryan collision with Hayes. Hayes collision with Ryan. Basson collision with JJ. But then Mr. Debo on Beastie and then Beastie on Mr. Debo. Like they're getting back at each other.
Well, either that or it's just them both hitting each other and they actually, you know, just behave yourself.
Yeah, let's see what's the quickest lap time.
I believe it's Vroom Vroom.
It is.
Is it? Oh, I've got that knowledge.
By 0.3 of a second.
Oh, I've got that.
Jamie's in the pits.
I mean, he's in P10. I don't think that's really too much of an issue for him.
That's going to push him outside the points then.
It is, but Red Bull versus Haas.
Ferrari engine versus Renault engine.
Jamie versus Craigo. Who knows? Find out after the break.
Yeah, I think this is going to be the finishing order.
Yeah, I don't know. There could be like I reckon Morris and Craigo have a battle.
Obviously going for fastest lap just for a bit of pride.
Right, I know it's evil, but I really hope for whatever reason the Ferrari pit stop fails.
Yellow's through sector 3.
No, 5 seconds stop go penalty.
Mr.
Oh, they
Debo.
didn't. Okay, he didn't.
Mr. Debo went off. Could you imagine Sam gets 5 seconds stop go?
I would be wetting myself laughing.
It's just like, well, there he goes.
Well, I'm trying to work a sad man, also showing me people walking back into the pits. So you know, if you could not do that, just like actually show me the race. Would be ideal.
Still 6 seconds ahead of Hayes.
That is, goes to show how far ahead he is.
Oh,
and Sandman spins it. No, he didn't. That'd be incredible.
I actually clicked back to Sandman after you said that. You little git. You little git.
Oh. It was too easy.
You absolute little git.
Come on, Zach, we need to be professional. Oh.
You are evil.
It's funny.
Hayes though. Oh, Mr. Debo is close to Craigo. This could be a sight to see.
But Jamie Morris is close to Mr. Debro. So a little conga train for P9. I can't bother to watch the top lot because that's nothing dark up there. And Craigo's off and he's dropped to P11.
That was close.
That's gone swimmingly for him. And he
late move by Jamie down the inside.
Debro holds on, bit of contact.
Bit of contact. Jamie had to make that move to avoid to avoid him.
Oh, Vroom Vroom, will he make a move on Hayes? No. Okay. Actually, while I'm watching this, from sort of 3-second time penalty, nothing will happen up there. Oh, and Jamie Morris.
Jamie up into P9. Oh, Craigo.
Craigo. He's just Nyom.
All I saw was just
he's whipped straight past them both.
Bloody hell, Craigo, mate, that was impressive.
Fair play, good driving by him. Beastie Boy now looking to catch up on Craigo's teammate, Mr. Dresy Basin.
There's a McLaren. There's a McLaren behind him waiting for the blue flags.
Yeah,
goes quickest.
Chain game.
And Craigo gets 5 seconds stop go
for ignoring blue flag.
Even though Jamie and Mr. Debo are behind him. Seems
and they're also equally ignoring it. Come on.
Blue flags, blue flags.
I know you're battling. Oh, well done, Craigo. I know you all are battling, you don't want to give up your places. But
oh no, and they both get 5 seconds stop goes. Brilliant.
This is not fair on Chain whatsoever.
Guys.
Oh, Mr. Debro, watch him get out of the way now, because he's played that really, really well. He's now ahead of Jamie. And watch him now move out of the way. See? Oh! Morris absolutely burns him. Oof.
Hi, Evo.
That's a really good move by him there.
Yeah.
This race is
Yeah,
actually been really good. I'm enjoying this.
Qualifying though.
Qualifying was absolutely incredible.
That's one for the books. Final lap of the race now, and Sandman
Basically guaranteed himself
undoubtedly will
first.
win this. And he spins it.
Yeah, I'm watching him right now. You can't fool me with this.
Jamie struggles to get points.
Don't slag him off.
I'm not slagging him off. I mean, he finished the race. Oh wait, let's not speak too soon. There's a couple of corners left. Let's not get ahead of ourselves just yet.
Right, I don't need to watch Sandman. I know what's gonna happen there. Let's watch Mr. Debro and Jamie Morris.
2 attempts apart. Who of the junior team emerged triumphant? Ooh, up to the line. Now they're both starting their final lap of the race. Jamie goes wide and that allows Mr. Debro to come
Debro
through.
goes on the inside.
Jamie
Craig is still lagging a bit
Morris.
behind there outside the points.
Come on, mate. Pull one of them good moves you've just done. He is on 10 lap old supers though, so.
And here we go.
excuse him.
Sandman has crossed the line. He has won the Brazilian Grand Prix. Arriba Taco. Wait, no, that's Mexico. Oh well, same thing.
Hayes will come home in P2, ahead of Room in P3. Granty, let's make a cup of tea. We'll come home P4. Oh, we ran out of fuel on the line.
Oh, who does that sound like? Drizzy.
Frago making
Morris
contact with Shane
spins.
Game. Wow.
Oh, he actually
no.
did.
That's cost him points. That's cost him points.
I'm not sure there was contact between him and Mr. Debro,
I
but
don't think there was.
I don't know if there
Oh,
was.
no.
But my PlayStation is having
his
a meltdown.
tires. No! Oh my god, could you imagine?
I'd be wetting
Could
myself
you
laughing.
imagine? Oh my god, Jamie, 2 crashes in like 2 corners.
And Chain crosses it in
That's
P5, coming with Ryan in
Crazy.
P6, Drezzy in P7,
And
Beastie
the
in
best of the
P8.
rest slot goes to Chain Game Wow. So, oh
Yeah.
no, oh my god, oh my god,
He's just crashed out, hasn't he?
oh my god, yeah.
That is, I
Into the
just,
pit wall.
well done, Mr. Jamie. You've played yourself.
And they say
Right.
I can't finish a race.
I'll let you sort out the invites to the party this time, Zach, 'cause I'm nice like that. You can sort out interviews. Aren't I generous? You don't want to leave. He's not this at all, has he? Oh, I'll go join his party, 'cause he's a bit of a mole. Well done, Zach. Well done. Muppet. There we got Jamie. I mean, you're the only one here.
Sort out who else you want in.
Yeah, I mean, it's safe to say the race didn't quite go to plan, did it?
No, not really.
Talk to me.
Yeah, no, the other
Yeah,
Jamie.
No, I don't concentrate it. Yeah, I didn't get to play at all.
Jamie
Yeah.
made that last lap.
Don't remind me about it. It's just Flasky's terrible driving. Going down the inside where there's not enough room, and he blames it on me. I could overtake him easily. I could just fly past him, but his defending, he moved more than twice. In fact, moved more than 10 times, and he blames it on me. And he gives me disqualified as well.
Jamie, I saw your stream, man. I'm on your side this time.
Cheers.
you gone through off the track a couple of times. Craig,
Yeah, he put me off the track a lot of times.
yeah, Craig crashed me out, but I didn't know. I think it was on purpose, but because of him, I crashed out.
It didn't look intentional. It just sort of
No,
happened.
no. Yeah. It wasn't intentional.
Yeah.
I doubt that, but it's fucked up, man.
You ruined my race because I don't understand what happened at the start. I
Jimmy,
never like
one thing you never must do again in corners, man. Don't look back at your car, man. That's why you lost against Lee, bro. You look back a lot.
You were too worried about what he was
Your
going to
spot.
do.
Yeah, man. Don't look back, man.
I mean, even the
And-
Renaults and Toro Rossos beat me. Everyone beat me.
It just
Except
wasn't
the
the
people that
case.
didn't finish.
I think you drive 30 seconds off the guys, man. So shut the fuck up. You're a good driver.
There, people have to ruin it for me. I ruined it at the start because I did a drive through. No,
Yeah.
Look at
jump
me, man.
start.
Jump start.
I was fucking P7 when I got crashed out. So
Jamie, I saw you had a drive-through penalty. I saw you.
I could only drive for 4 laps.
I've gone out fucking late.
You know, qualifying was certainly interesting. Nice and, you know, it was wet. It was fun to watch. Not sure how fun it was to drive, but
I had like a fucking invalid lap time, but then I crashed when I had like a valid one. But I was pissed.
I think that qualifying was full of bants, that one, mate.
oh, we were wetting ourselves laughing in the commentary box. It was
We
brilliant.
honestly were. We
Yeah.
tried.
If I'm gonna be honest,
Oh,
I'm
man,
not
I
actually
was,
good, but I was like,
four of us was laughing our heads off. That was pretty funny, to be
My
honest.
left swing, like,
Guys that actually pulled in a lap, fair play.
but not too damaged.
So you're not
I
talking to
mean,
Hayes then?
Obviously I did, and then yeah, I mean Hayes, I don't know what happened to Hayes, but yeah, no, he went out straight away.
It lasted like 2 seconds and sort of quite bothered. We found a nice little wall.
That's funny.
It was so good to watch.
Yeah, no, he pulled back a good race. So fair play to him.
In general, things like back markers, a bit of an issue occasionally with some drivers, but didn't seem to be an issue for you, Granty? Well, I don't know if I just missed some.
No, not really, to be honest. Everything was all good. Now I'm gonna
I
get
could
for the
have
back
had like
markers.
P5, but I
Appreciate it
had
again.
like
Yeah.
careful strategies, but I went down to day 6, but I fucked that up when it was like behind chain game.
Yeah, had a jump start at the start. I followed Jamie on that one.
Just sort of a flinch.
I couldn't get the good pace because of Craigo, man. In the corners you can't get past somebody, and on the DRS points I was way too often. Every time my DRS I get on his tail, but in the corners I lose him because I don't want to
Same.
be in his brake
That
points.
was everybody.
Especially on this track, you know, I don't want to be too near to another. Maybe he brakes early or too late, and I miss brake. I don't want that.
Fair enough.
So I couldn't get a good pace on the first 4 laps. God damn it.
Well, yeah.
But he didn't reverse the. He spun into the wall, and because of that, I crashed into him.
Oh right, okay. Yeah, it was just a bit misunderstanding. I thought you were
Yeah.
both.
Yeah, cannot
But that was just fine.
we didn't do it on purpose, but it sucks, man. I just want to
I'm
finish
correct
this
now.
race.
Renault is in front of Toro Rosso.
Is it?
We could
Yes.
We could
Good
have
job,
double
guys.
points, but not now.
But, I mean,
If it like gets updated now, we're in front.
But guys, I'm going to sleep. Have a nice evening, all. And, see
Yeah,
on
and you, man.
Wednesday,
See you too, mate.
Thanks, guys. Cheers. Bye bye.
See ya. Let's see who we got. Hayes. Let's go with Hayes next. Hello. You P2. Was it? Yeah. Were you aware of his time penalty or not?
Only right at the end, like last lap, it came up telling me.
Oh, did
When
it?
did he get that?
Oh, I think it was lap 19. So-
yeah, right, like literally the last couple of laps, it came up saying. So I was like, oh, fair enough.
Yeah, no,
No,
you
yeah, I
battling
wasn't
for
until then.
ages.
You were defending the inside.
Yeah, so much. And then like I remember him trying to go around my outside on I think it was the long right hander going up into like the wiggly bits. And then
Yeah.
he was on my outside and I thought he ain't taking me on the outside, so I just run the car a little bit wider so he would have had to back off. So yes. Defending skills, you have to do it. But yeah,
You
I'm
did
happy
show
from
promise defending in Mexico as well, so
yeah, I'm happy from like 14th to second. Pretty happy.
Yeah.
I think Grant would have managed to get there, but he followed Jamie off the start, didn't he? So
just sort of a flinch, you know.
Yeah, it was
that's
just
what
a
happens
bit.
when you look at other cars. I've done it so many times online, where you focus on other cars instead of the actual lights, and then if they go, you go.
Exactly, you're so trying to get the best
Oh,
reaction
yes.
time. As soon as you see someone go, you're just like, ah, damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty much like that, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm happy with that race. I didn't have any problems. Backmarkers again, had a good battle with even couldn't catch up with Sam, and he was just too quick. Even pitted again, didn't he? Got to say.
Yeah.
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 Still came out 5
um,
seconds ahead of you.
But I got wing damage on the first corner, so I had to manage that for the whole first stint. But it didn't really affect me until the tyres started getting worn at the end of the stint, and so I had to pit a bit earlier, I think.
I was like, why weren't you bidding when I was like, why are you in that? And then it was like, why aren't you bidding? I thought you had worse damage than I expected.
No, it was yellow. It was manageable, but
I also had like
Yeah, it can be,
yellow,
definitely.
but that was thanks to Flanksy. I mean, I was like gonna go past him, but he was like going in the middle, so I was trying to go left side, but he died.
Very interesting race.
Yeah, flanks is some dodgy defending going on throughout the
yeah,
race.
Amazing,
dodgy when
as
I was
well.
trying to lap.
I mean, the whole
it,
race.
dodge.
When like Granji was by me, I was like defending until the DRS zone came.
Yeah, no,
That's
it's
how my
just an interesting race in
I
general, I
think,
think,
I
everyone.
think Samman's won the championship now, though, hasn't
He did.
I think it's possible for you to win it if actually wait.
Nah.
I think it's possible,
I think
just
it's
Sam
not.
has to crash out straight away, and basically you win the race. So,
Nah, he had a 22 gap.
Fourth is double
If
points
you
for
win
last race.
if you win next race, there'll still be a few points gap. So yeah, Sandman wins.
yeah.
GG, Samman, well done.
It's only
Well done, Sam, man.
Fight now. It's constructed
Yeah.
now. Or how do you have team?
Alright, thanks for the commentary, guys. I'll definitely watch that back soon. I need to go up shop for
Yeah.
the missus. Quite sharp.
Alrighty.
So I'll see you guys on Wednesday for the last race at Abu Dhabi.
I
Yes.
won't be there because the plans disqualified me.
No, we'll sort it out. I'm sure.
You can join us in the box, Jamie, it's fine. Get back to your old job.
Yeah, three of you. I don't think you better say anything, Jamie. It's in a bit of this.
In
Yeah,
a bit.
keep interrupting you.
Keep interrupting, then you got a wedge there as well. Yeah,
Qualifying was eventful.
Mate, that was funny as anything, mate. I like before I even went out, mate. I think 6 cars were gone, and I was just like, "Do you know what? I don't even think I want to go out." 5-shot Ryan didn't even do a lap, and he placed 11th. That's how bad it was. I mean, not saying Ryan's like a bad driver or anything, but he just didn't even go out for a lap, and he just got
Thing is though,
11th.
DRS was still enabled. Like,
I didn't get DRS when I went out, obviously, but I went out a bit later, so.
Jamie like spun and then came back on track. I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
Maybe you should stop playing on the racing community and go back to COD like I've always done. PSV.
Jamie, the thing is though, you're quick. You just like mess up, and everyone has a bad race. You know.
Plowski ruined it for me. Plowski was the one. The main admin. Just dodgy defending everywhere. Can't overtake him.
To be fair, it was quite dodgy.
I mean, when I was racing with my game,
Yeah, it's one of them one, boys.
and when I was behind
Just
him,
go
he
again,
said,
man.
Stay behind me. It's gonna work something.
I mean, we're saying like for yourself, obviously, just get a point, you know. Obviously, if there was anything else fighting for, just get a point.
And I mean, it was
Yeah,
like
obviously,
easily overtaken.
finish, so that's a bit unfortunate, mate.
Not even one lap, and I already overtook him.
Ryan, are you talking
Go
about
again.
specifically, or are you just talking to yourself?
What, me?
No, Ryan.
I don't know.
I'm still chatting away. I'm not sure if he's aiming at us or.
Oh, I've muted him.
Fair enough.
You're an asshole.
Long ass guy.
Don't blame me.
One thing, I didn't even overtake Prager, so
But no,
peacefully, I did
no,
not.
no, it was good. It was good racing.
crash
Good
him. I
racing.
didn't
So
really
you know,
Yeah,
go
yeah.
get an every day.
What video did I just delete? Oh my god.
Hopefully none.
And I mean, I'm gonna watch my stream back and see what flanks
Right,
did. It was
I'll see you in Abu Dhabi,
forcefully
boys.
or,
Alright, catch you later, Grant.
Take it easy,
not
guys.
forcefully. And I one thing he said, I have a like 1.8 with Torres so well. You can't even get a fucking fast left time with it for Soba. So what?
Ryan, you did very well to place P5, like
P6.
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 Whatever. Good job.
Oh, wait,
Trying to upgrade him there.
I mean P5, I mean, or P6 or P5, I'm not sure. I think P6, but like, everyone like started super soft, but I was like, two times pit, but then someone like, when the strategy like fucking backfired. I could have gone faster if Flanksy wasn't there.
Like,
Few
it
complaints about
happens.
Flanksky. I didn't see much. All I saw was him and Jamie like at the start of their fight, but
I saw the end and
It's so much time.
it was interesting.
Just watch my stream and see what he did to me. I almost broke my phone, so I was quite pissed if it would happen. And I mean,
just
I
send footage in, I guess.
Yeah, but
Well,
send
I'm going
footage to who
online.
though?
Yeah.
Complaining about
Probably
Flanksy to
Craig.
Flanksy.
I'm gonna hope for Abu Dhabi that I would be like maybe get a fucking P4 to podium.
Is
That
Abu
would be
Dhabi a
good.
strong track for you?
Well, I don't race frequently on, so I won't even say something about it.
Screw racing. Let's go back to COD, just like I did on PS3.
Welcome to Gun XLs. Watch out for that bitch with a spear. Right there, fucking crocodiles.
Yeah. That's a real shame. Qualifying was amazing though. Like,
No, it wasn't, tag it.
it was for us.
After you, I mean, I started P11 or something, and then I fucked everyone up and got P6.
Yeah, you did really well. And then, I don't know, who should we have a driver of the day? Hazel, Game, or not Game, Chain.
Hey,
Chain
or
game.
Ryan.
and
Chain game.
Ryan.
We can have drivers.
Sure.
I think
got a fucking damage rank with it.
I think I'll leave that one down to you, Zach.
Oh, I don't
So
know.
I don't get in trouble with Ryan
It's too
there.
hard to just choose one. It could be Hayes, it could be Chain Game. I don't know.
Pick Chain.
Just Chain.
Yeah, I'd say Chain personally.
If you're gonna say you Chain, I'm gonna pierce your fucking face.
Well, too late.
I started P11, and then you say Chain?
I started P3 and we DNF'd again.
I mean, I thought you quit, but...
Yeah, I would say
You're gonna say...
A leaves on Wednesday.
I would say CHAIN. Didn't say the word.
you.
Didn't say the word.
I started fucking when I crashed the fucking qualifying, and then you say Chain Game because he kept his fucking position, because...
No, 'cause he did really well. That's why that's why I'm saying him.
I fucking did well. What I'm talking about,
Come on, I'll tell you what I got. Are you in that race community?
I protected, and then you say Chain Game?
Yeah, well I am
It's not his
because
first time, you know.
he's not swearing at me. He's not swearing at me.
It wasn't even debut. Zach, it wasn't even a fucking debut for him. He crashed earlier.
Zach, he finished first in the last race in Abu Dhabi.
Zach, you're a fucking
Who?
dickhead.
Me and him.
Oh wait. I'll just put
Exactly.
return. There we go.
Why am I not it? That's so discrimination.
Oh no.
Just because the name is Jin Game.
The reason you're not getting it is because I just feel like it is probably more
I mean, your
deserved to him.
comms.
Because it's your fucking girlfriend.
Yes, it is indeed. You've
Why?
got me
Because
there.
I'm cool.
That is
Oh, wait,
completely
it's-
correct. You are too cool,
It's a-
so it's unfair to give it
It's
to
a
you.
female, dude. She's a dude, man. She's a dude. A fucking Dutch guy got it instead of me. There's discrimination for the Dutch people.
I mean, if you race well in Abu Dhabi, you might get it then.
I can't commentate by myself.
Yeah.
If I
Well,
fucking
you're gonna commentate by
win
yourself. I'll
Abu
just
Dhabi,
take your
get a
place and we'll let
demonstration.
we'll let Zach commentate with you again.
I might. I'm joking.
Oof.
Zach,
Yeah.
Wednesday, the day of the last race,
I will be there.
Can you all three help me with a strategy, because this strategy was good but not good enough.
Mm.
A fucking
The
McLaren
two-stop
runner.
can work. The two-stop can work, but the one-stop is probably quicker.
I need the quickest, I need the best setup, I need to beat I need to beat this, I want the podium, just to say. Podium, fuck you guys.
Yes, I'm in the Sunday League. Yes.
What's a Sunday league, faggot?
It's a league on a Sunday.
Idiot.
Oh, fucking shit, you fucking loser.
I'm leaving this league.
Right, I'm gonna say thank you all for watching. Congratulations on Sandman for being now the winner of the season, and thank you for watching. I'll catch